Hello, Sunday School Scholars. It's Pastor Walter again. Yeah, I know I am so late. It's been a long time since Tuesday. But let me tell you what's been going on. What's been happening with me and my machine is that we both caught a virus. Amen. I had the sniffly kind, and my machine had the sick kind. And we both had to have medical attention. Amen. But I think we're up and going. I think we're going to survive this. I still have a round of antibiotics to go, but I think I'm going to be all right. The Lord is just good. Amen. But today we're going to talk about the children of Israel on their journey. Last time we talked about them, they were out on the wilderness of sin. On your map, it may say the wilderness of Paran, but they were in a barren place. They had journeyed from Egypt, which is synonymous with a place of sin. They were moving from North Africa eastward, going to the promised land. Now, they are 45 days or 6 weeks into their journey. And here's the situation. More than likely, all of the non-perishable food that they had brought with them was beginning to run out. They had livestock with them, but some of that livestock was needed for other purposes than food. They may have had goat milk and different things, but at this point, the leaders, Moses and Aaron, encounter an opportunity. The opportunity is the people are becoming disgruntled. Here they are in front of this huge mountain, and they're saying, I want to go home. Now, I can't tell you how many times, I used to work in a retail store, I can't tell you how many times that I've seen a patient, dutiful grandmother or grandfather taking their grandchild to the store to buy something that they want, and they pitch a fit and say, I want to go home. Now, my grandmother wouldn't have tolerated that. I wouldn't have made it through my fit, amen? But this is the spiritual immaturity of the people that Moses is dealing with. And before we point a finger at them, can we find ourselves in that picture? Daddy used to tell me some people are grumble with 2 loaves of bread under each arm. Here they are. They have experience, and the Lord in the Word reminds them, I heard your cry in Egypt. I sent a deliverer. I led you out. I used the 10 plagues. I changed the heart and the mind of the Pharaoh. I led you through a perilous area. I took you all the way through the Red Sea. And now you're on the verge of going into the promised land. That's true. 45 days out, they were on the verge of going into the promised land, but they grumbled. So a short trip became a long trip because they grumbled, because they murmured, because of an undercurrent. You ever seen that in one of the organizations you belong to? An undercurrent? Somebody's smiling, talking out the side of their mouth, or out the side of their neck. Someone saying everything's all right when everything's all wrong. Someone spreading gossip and mischief. Well, when we were back home, at least we had meat in the pot. They had stripes on their back, but our mind, when it's under influence of the devil, plays tricks on us. They were being beat, they were being whooped, they were being killed. They had to make brick without straw. Everything was getting harder and harder. The women were mistreated. The men didn't have any dignity. We know about slavery, don't we? But all of a sudden, they say, back home, we had meat in the pot. They had a lot of pain, had a lot of discouragement. But Satan allowed them to forget what was really going on. My brothers and sisters, let's apply this. You're going to hear that in your lifetime. You may hear it today, you may hear it this week. Let's go back to what we used to do. Let's go back to where you were enslaved. You were in Egypt, you were in the area of sin. There's nothing back there for you. Amen. There's not a thing back there for you. Excuse me. Still hanging on. But listen, they were overwhelmed with the possibility that they could not go any further. God had delivered them and delivered them. God has delivered me and delivered you. He's taken us through. He's taken us under. He's brought us out. And Satan will convince you you can't make another step. And that's not true. The same God that brought you out of Egypt can take you to the promised land. So what does God do? God said, Moses, I hear. Just tell him wait till the morning. In the morning, God blessed them with something like dough, flakes falling from the sky, and quail, something like chicken. Now you can take, let me use my imagination, my sanctified imagination. You could take that dough flakes, knead it up, make a whole cake, or you can make a little round one, kind of similar to a biscuit. And then you can take that quail and you can cut it up, bake it. They had olive oil to get a hot stone and fry it. Amen. So all of a sudden, God provided them with chicken and biscuits. Amen. Sort of to speak. But my purpose, they had protein and substance to make the journey. Some of them are so lazy, they try to stock up. God said, this is daily bread. This is not for you to lay up in the tent and stock up on so you don't have. This is daily bread. We got a point there. God will always give you what is sufficient for the time, for right now, for today. Amen. Tomorrow will take care of itself. That's in the Word of God. They were some honorary folk, but now tell the truth. They kind of remind us of us. God bless you. Talk about that when God has rained on you and your attitude. God bless you. Pastor loves you. Goodbye now.